Hi, I'm Triforce8000, but you can just call me Tri. Welcome to the third episode of Portal 2 of this casual Let's Play. So, once again, I have something I need to address. In the last episode, I got bamboozled because I thought that there was a bit of impossible architecture with the furnace tube, but when I went to check, the tube was actually there, and it did say it did stay consistent. And so I was just thinking that I had been lied to, but then I had a thought after I finished recording that I wanted to, check on, and I did just check on it before I started this recording. Yeah, so technically, if we look over here, try to get Wheatley out of the way, we should be seeing the tube right where the to the right of the catwalk, or well, behind it, in the center right there. Get closer, like it should be like somewhere right there. I might point it out when I'm editing. Yeah, it should be there. And they're kind of trying to play it off by like having this haze there, and I think you could probably say that it's it's there. We just can't see it because of all the haze. But yeah, that's the one bit of mistake that they made. Well, I guess now that I'm coming over here, like yeah, it should be like right over there, but like it is also kind of dark. I wonder if I could turn up the brightness a bit. Oh, there's a wall there. Okay, well, I'm officially confused. I feel like I was lied to. I thought that I had figured it out, but actually did not. I'm just gonna keep this in. But I probably should start my timer, because I did not do that. Timer. And begin. Alrighty, so yeah, now we're going to go into the breaker room, and we're going to check this out. It's a lot of switches.
Look for a switch that says escape pod. Alright, don't touch anything else. Not interested in anything else. Don't touch anything else. Don't even look at anything else. Just, well, obviously you've got to look at everything else to find the escape pod. But as soon as you look at something and it doesn't say escape pod, look at something else. Look at the next thing, alright? But don't touch anything else or look at anything. Well, look at other things, but don't. You understand? Can you see it anywhere?
I'm not sure if I do. No, I can't.
Tell you what, plug me in and I'll turn the lights on.
Oh, are you sure? I mean, do you know how to work this? Yeah, I'm a little nervous plugging you in, but I guess I can't do anything else. Can I go back out? Oh, no, I can't, because it's closed.
Let there be light. That's, God. Quoting God. Oh, look at that. Turning.
Quoting God.
Ominous. But probably fine, as long as it doesn't start, moving up. Now. Escape pod. It's moving up. Okay, no, don't worry. I've got it.
Oh, that's not good.
Slow it down.
No, Wheatley.
Go faster. Uh-oh.
Power up initiated.
Okay, don't panic. All right,
oh,
stop
no.
Panicking. I can still stop this.
No.
Oh, there's a password. Okay, it's fine. I'll just hack. It's not a problem.
This is not good. Okay, Curry. I don't think you can hack it that way. Oh, God.
Wait, did I do B? Start writing.
Oh, no.
I don't. Okay, listen. All right, new plan. Act natural. Nothing wrong.
Hello.
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's
Yeah, I
been
do.
a long time. How have you been?
I've been asleep.
I'm really busy being dead. You know, after you murdered me.
You did what?
Yeah, what about it? Well, lost that portal gun. That's the first time I think I've ever noticed that.
We both said a lot of things that you're going to regret. But I think we can put our differences behind us. For science. You monster. I will say, though, that since you went to all the trouble of waking me up, you must really, really love to test. I love it too.
No.
There's just one small thing we need to take care of first.
So yeah, that bit where she's saying, you know, we're gonna do this for science, you monster. That's a vocal stem for me. Sometimes when I'm trying to do something, I'll just be like, I'm gonna do it for science, you monster. And it makes no sense, but I don't know, vocal stems be weird. Oh, we almost got crushed. Kaboom! Thank God we have braces on our legs.
The incinerator room. Be careful
Incinerator.
not to trip over any parts of me that didn't get completely burned when you threw them down here. The dual portal device should be around here somewhere. Once you find it, we can start testing, just like old times.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, it's an incinerator, not a furnace, like I kept saying. When I forget things, sometimes it's a little embarrassing, especially when it's recorded. Now I know how other YouTubers feel. Oh wait, I need to save. No. All right, well, we're reloading. Gotta save that turret.
Here we are, the incinerator room. Be careful not to trip over any parts of me that didn't get completely burned when you threw them down here. The dual portal device should be around here somewhere.
Yay, we
Once
saved
you
it.
find it, we can start testing, just
Oh.
like old times.
Well, that's not okay. Died anyway. Poor turret. Was there something I was going to talk about? I was trying to think about what I wanted to talk about before I started the episode, but I guess I could talk about the scene with Wheatley, you know, trying to hack the main power center to, you know, to avoid avoid GLaDOS being you know, powered up. It's just again, great comedy. It's just like, yeah, he's freaking out trying to hack things. You're freaking out because you're watching her you know, power on and reassemble herself. You know, especially if you played Portal 1, you're like, oh man, like, you know, I worked pretty hard to, you know, to put her out of commission. Now she's being powered up again. Spoilers for the I was gonna say I guess it's not spoilers. It's not well, I was gonna talk about the opening cutscene with in Tears of the Kingdom with Ganondorf and Zelda and Link. Yeah, I guess what I was thinking of is like, yeah, like you work so hard Breath of the Wild to get all the stamina and all the hearts, and then it just gets ripped away from you. But anyway, another thing I wanted to point out, just animation-wise, if you look at Wheatley, when I've heard this talked about before, when you see him like doing more like robot and computery things, all of the concentric circles of his eye, you know, the iris, the pupil, just everything that's within the sphere, all gets actually becomes concentric. You know, bounded around the same center point, and then we'll like rotate in opposite directions and stuff like that. And, it looks, it looks very mechanical, very computery, not natural like he has been up until this point. So it's a nice, again, a nice touch of like not realistic detail, but just like just detail, nice attention to detail. That's what I was looking for. What is the phrase? Nice attention to detail with that sort of stuff. So anyway, well, we're in a pickle again. So I guess we gotta take this portal device, but at least it'll be 2 portals.
There. Good. You have the dual portal device. There should be a way back to the testing area up ahead. Once testing starts, I'm required by protocol to keep interaction with you to a minimum. Luckily, we haven't started testing yet. This will be our only chance to talk. Here, let me get that for you. Do you know the biggest lesson I learned from what you did? I discovered I have a sort of black box quick save feature.
Oh, okay.
In the event of a catastrophic failure, the last 2 minutes of my life are preserved for analysis.
Interesting.
I was able, well, forced really,
Ooh.
to relive you killing me again and again, forever. You know, if you'd done that to somebody else, they might devote their existence to exacting revenge. Luckily, I'm a bigger person than that. I'm happy to put this all behind us and get back to work. After all, we've got a lot to do, and only 60 more years to do it.
How much bigger, though? Like,
I don't have the
I feel...
actuarial tables in front of me.
Any more cameras to... Oh, I think this is the, I just noticed this. This may be one of the, like, very later test chambers. Yeah. In, Portal 1. Yeah, there's, like, so, some of the old tech here. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, 19. That's what I thought. That's the 19th test chamber.
I'll just move that out of the way for you. This place really is a wreck. But the important thing is you're back. With me. And now I'm on to all your little tricks.
Okay.
So there's nothing to stop us from testing. For the rest of your life. After that, who knows? I might take up a hobby. Reanimating the dead, maybe.
Yeah, let's notice like the mechanical arms are like clipping through the pipes there. I love Wheatley. His comedy is, its own, but GLaDOS is just sarcastic wit is like just this chef's kiss. It's so good in its own way. I'm not saying it's necessarily better or worse than Wheatley's, but I always love it. The cold boot.
Sorry about the mess. I've really let the place go since you killed me. By the way, thanks for that.
Sarcasm self-test complete.
Oh good, that's back online. I'll start getting everything else working while you perform this first simple test. Which
Alrighty.
involves deadly lasers, and how test subjects react when locked in a room with deadly lasers.
Oh man. Again, just the sarcasm. I love it. When I first played this game, I really appreciated the computer science nod with that when the announcer was talking about the power. I almost said the actual thing. The sarcasm self-test is completed. So for those of you who don't know, in with computers, there is a thing called the post, which stands for POST, power on self test. And it's I don't know a whole lot about it. I'm more of a software guy. I'm not a hardware guy. But from what I remember, learning a little about this in school, it's essentially like, I believe it's the first thing that a computer does. The BIOS, which is this is grossly oversimplified and not entirely correct, but so the BIOS is like is the operating system that sort of bootstraps your the actual operating system, like Windows or Macintosh, the GNU, or the Linux. It bootstraps it so that then starts running that. There are other BIOSes have gotten a little bit more sophisticated, especially like with like gaming PCs now, where they've got a lot more going on with them than just loading, doing the bootloader and loading the main operating system. But in essence, that's what the BIOS does. On a general basis. But I believe the first thing the BIOS does is run the power on self test to make sure it everything's working okay. I suppose just a little check before it actually loads the operating system. God, man, it's been. I took like an IT class back in high school, but that class was back in like 2008 or 2009, so it's been a bit of time. Feel free to correct me in the comments, or expand further if I did get it correct. Anyway, but yeah, just the nod to the post, the power on self test with the sarcasm self test. I've always loved that. Alrighty, so we've got a new puzzle element here with these lasers. We removed, interestingly, removed the little laser ball things that were from laser ball shooter. Or plasma ball. I think they're like plasma balls, something like that, from Portal 1 that got pulled up, and then now we've got the laser. They're called something in here, and I'm blanking on what it is, but yeah, very simple. As GLaDOS. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. You gotta. Every time I haven't played this for a while, I always forget. You gotta stand on the thing first.
Not bad.
Thank you.
I forgot how good you are at this. You should pace yourself, though. We have a lot of tests.
I'm discouraged. Oh, well, thermal discouragement beam, that's what they're called. Yeah, because I keep thinking there's a puzzle element later where you can redirect the laser beams, called the discouragement redirection cube. So... I've always loved these little videos with like the isometric view with the exploded diagram of the tech. It's always just so cool. And sometimes funny. I mean, obviously that one had the little people and it was funny, but there's one a bit later it's just kind of silly.
This next test involves discouragement redirection cubes.
Yep.
I just finished building them before you had your, well, episode. So now we'll both get to see how they work. There should be one in the corner.
hard to get used to. You know, talk about 9 souls again. The B and in most games like that, B is the jump, but A is jump here. Go away. Go away, camera. Yeah, we wanna hit left bumper. What is going on with me? Boink. That makes a staircase, right? Right. Go boink. Boink. Grab it from here. I cannot. Oh, dang it. No! That's the worst possible thing. Again, I hit B because I'm used to 9 souls. B being the jump button. There we go. Caught it this time.
Well done.
Thank
Here
you.
come the test results. You are a horrible person.
Oh, what?
That's what it says. A horrible person. We weren't even testing for that.
But why? Why am I a horrible person? No, I'm sad. That might have been a little too cringy and goofy. I'd like immediately regretted
Don't let that horrible person thing discourage
that
you.
little bit.
It's just a data point. If it makes you feel any better, science has now validated your birth mother's decision to abandon you on a doorstep.
What? Ooh, it's the room. My favorite rooms in the GLaDOS levels. Shaboink and boink. I was debating on whether so there's a radio in here that plays Exile Vilify by The National, I believe is the name of the band. And it's really great. It's a great song. Not usually my type of music. I'm more of a electronic music kind of guy. But it's a really nice song. I'm just afraid if I play it on here, I might get the video taken down for copyright. But maybe they'll just let me have the video. I don't know if I'm big enough to cause that. I'm not planning on monetizing anything. Anyway. A lot of beans. I like that line. Like marbles on glass. What a beautiful song. Yeah, again, hope I don't get copyright struck for it, but if so, I may just re-record this test chamber. Sorry, I was rubbing my mic a little bit and hopefully it didn't sound too bad. I also noticed, I wanted to bring up, there was some audio weirdness with my mic, particularly in the last episode. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I think that it might have something to do with my headset, because it's one of those that are like connected via like Wi-Fi signal or Wi-Fi-like signals rather than like Bluetooth. I don't know if there's something like interfering with that, something like that. I don't know enough about all that to know for sure. I just have guesses. No, I know just enough to guess, even if they're incorrect guesses. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully there's nothing like that. I chose to not re-record the episode, or even like re-record that audio at that point. It's just, made some text on the screen to explain it and apologize. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. If it does, I'll have to try and figure out what's going on. I guess we'll move on from there. But anyway, let's gonna move on with this test chamber. We've been sitting around a lot. Okay, this one. Right. Let's see here. There's two. Right. Okay. I remember now. Boink. Yep, we have that one, and then we have boink.
Congratulations. Not on the test. Most people emerge from suspension terribly undernourished. I want to congratulate you on beating the odds and somehow managing to pack on a few pounds.
So, okay. Jeez. Just time I think it'll be near end of time. Okay, I got like a minute left. See if we can finish the next test chamber. And then we will end the episode. Hello. Oh, well. Okay.
One moment. You're navigating these test chambers faster than I can build them, so feel free to slow down and do whatever it is you do when you're not destroying this facility.
I was going to mention that there's another thing that Barry Kramer comments on during this section in his playthrough on stream. You'll notice, yeah, it still looks kind of dilapidated and busted and broken. A lot of exposed stuff, even some sunlight looks like potentially. But you can kind of tell that as you, yeah, there goes my alarm. As you work through the test chambers during this section, yeah, and as GLaDOS is rebuilding it, you can tell that it gets better and better and better slowly, which I think is a cool detail. It's a detail I never really noticed until Barry pointed it out. So kind of cool. Wish I could shoot that camera, but that is a non-portable wall. Wonder if I should do vocal exercises before I start doing episodes. That's what I know some other YouTubers do, but I don't know if I care enough to do it. Right, I gotta take this through, put it here, and then we gotta boink, and then we gotta boink, and then we gotta boink. Oh. God damn it. It's over there. And I saw it. And I just... sometimes I feel like a dingus. Just sometimes, though.
I'll give you credit. I guess you are listening to me. But for the record, you don't have to go that slowly.
Oh shit, shots fired. Alright. It is about time. I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here. Thanks if you happen to watch, and if you care to stick around, I will see you in the next episode.